The ancient species were creatures of myth, rumored to be half-organic, half-energy beings who ruled the star region known as the harmonic expanse. They did not trade, did not negotiate, and did not war. They simply existed above all other civilizations, untouchable and uninterested. So when their envoys suddenly entered human space demanding one specific person, shock rippled across every planet. They didn't ask for a general, not a scientist, not a diplomat. They asked for Elias Ward, a xenobiologist once dismissed for his theory of emotional resonance across species. He stood now on the deck of the UHS Polaris, staring at the swirling gateway the Seraphim had opened, a vortex of radiant light that hummed like a choir. "You don't have to do this," whispered Captain Celine, his closest friend. Elias turned to her with a faint smile. "I spent my life trying to understand what connects species, not what divides them. If the Seraphim want me, I'll go." Before anyone could protest, the gateway swallowed him. He awakened on a platform made of living music. That was the only way he could describe it. The ground vibrated like soft singing under his boots, and the air shimmered with streams of gold and white light. Before him stood a towering figure, a seraphim. Their body resembled an ethereal humanoid with luminous wings, but their skin, if it could be called that, rippled like molten pearl. They had no mouth, no nose, and yet Elias heard a voice inside his mind. "Human, we have brought you to perform the touch." Elias's heartbeat thundered. "What is the touch?" The seraphim tilted its head slightly. "Healing, awakening, completion. Our future depends on it." That was the moment Elias understood. This wasn't a mere invitation. It was a plea. Middle. The truth of the seraphim. Elias was guided into a chamber of impossible beauty, a vast cathedral built from light, floating columns, and harmonic tones. Dozens of seraphim formed a circle around a central dais. And upon that dais lay another seraphim, dimmer than the rest, its brilliance flickering like a failing star. "She is dying," the elder seraphim said. "She is the firstborn, the origin of our species. Without her, we end." Elias swallowed hard. "And you want me to heal her?" "Your species carries something we lack," the elder replied. "A connection of touch, not for reproduction, not for dominance, but for empathy. The firstborn requires this to survive." Elias hesitated. The seraphim thought humans had the power to heal through touch. A myth. A misunderstanding. A desperate hope. "I don't have abilities," Elias insisted. "Human touch doesn't create energy. We don't." "We have studied you," the elder interrupted. "A human will embrace a child to stop its tears, hold a grieving partner to calm their mind, touch a dying stranger to comfort their final breath. Your touch communicates what your words cannot." Elias fell silent. It wasn't power they needed. It was connection. The firstborn's glow dimmed further. Time was running out. Elias stepped toward her slowly. Her massive wings were curled inward like a wounded animal. The closer he came, the colder the air felt, like walking into a room where love once existed but had long since faded. He placed a trembling hand against her arm. Warm light flowed beneath his skin like liquid sunlight. A voice, frightened, small, echoed in his mind. "I am alone." He inhaled sharply. "You're not," he whispered instinctively. A surge of memories washed over him. The firstborn remembered eons of existence, wars stopped by her presence, civilizations guided, galaxies uplifted. But through it all, she had been alone. The seraphim did not touch one another. They did not comfort. They did not bond. Elias pressed both palms to her glowing chest. "You don't have to endure alone anymore," he said. "Feel what humans feel. We're not perfect, but we connect. We carry each other. Light erupted, violent, blinding, deafening. The circle of Seraphim staggered back, overwhelmed by the raw emotional force now projected into the chamber. Elias saw flashes of his own memories. His mother holding him after nightmares. A mentor hugging him after graduation. Celine pulling him into her arms the day his father died. Touch wasn't power. It was meaning, presence, love. The firstborn gasped, not with lungs, but with light, and her glow burst back to full brilliance. She rose from the dais, wings expanding in full celestial splendor. The seraphim watched in awe. The touch is connection. The firstborn spoke to her people with a clarity that felt like sunlight. We were strong, but we were empty. We endured, but without each other. This human has shown us what we lost millennia ago. She turned to Elias, not as a goddess, but as a soul reborn. Thank you. And yet, Elias collapsed, ending what the seraphim never expected. He awoke not in a medical bed, but in a nest of energy wrapped in soft white wings. The firstborn knelt beside him in a form sized closer to human, shimmering but gentle. You have given us what we could not ask for, she said. Now we give you what you need. Light moved from her hand into his chest, repairing every scar he'd carried since childhood, every injury from his soldier years, every hidden trauma. And then she spoke words no human could have expected. You are not leaving this place unchanged. Touch connects both ways. Elias felt it, not immortality but something more grounding. He now sensed emotion in others through touch. Not telepathy. Not control. Empathy, pure and raw. A gift meant not to elevate him, but to remind him that connection is the most powerful force the universe has ever seen. The seraphim opened a gateway home. Will I ever see you again? He asked. The firstborn smiled through light. Now that we know connection, we will never again be distant. Elias stepped back into the UHS Polaris hangar. Celine ran to him and wrapped him in a fierce embrace, relief, terror, affection all pouring out at once. He froze in surprise as her emotions rippled through him like currents of warmth, but then he smiled. I missed you too, he whispered. Celine blinked in shock. You felt that? Yeah, he said softly. I did. He looked out the viewpane beyond the stars, toward the harmonic expanse. He didn't only heal the seraphim. He changed them. He changed humanity's place in the universe. And all because a mythical species once expected a human's touch, but not like this.